Hello,
Hi there.
I'm Bob Savar, publisher of Palm Beach County Pickleball News. We're a free, twice a month digital newsletter covering pickleball in Palm Beach County. You can find us online at palmbeachcountypickleballnews.com. And we're here taping live on the Victor's Edge Sports Broadcasting Network. You can find them on the YouTube channel at Victor's Edge. And I'm here at Boynton Beach Tennis Center. I'm here with Joe Ehrenstein. Joe and I go back a long way. We used to play before COVID at the Delray Beach Tennis Center. But so, what brings you here? Do you play every Saturday morning?
We play every Saturday, plus I play another 4 days generally here. In season, when the Delray Beach Tennis Center is really overcrowded, I don't like to wait.
Right.
I don't want to get in and play games. So here you make a reservation, you have your time slot, you tend to play more regularly than you do at the tennis center.
Right, at the tennis center you would get one game in and have to sit or whatever.
Sit for sometimes, 20, 25 minutes.
Right.
I want continuous play. And sometimes also the tennis center could be a little overly competitive. I like to pull a group together of, we're competitive in the middle of the game, but we like to have fun.
Right.
That's a great thing about the sport.
Right. So, it's interesting. I think this is the only park where people come as a foursome, right?
Yeah.
So the vibe is completely different here.
Right, because you've got a prearranged group,
right.
You're playing with.
Right.
As
we got to pick up the ball, Joe.
Or just kick it back.
Live video.
Yeah, here you come with a prearranged group, like you said.
Right.
As the tennis center, you can go and just put your paddle in a rack and hope to get into a game.
Right.
Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't.
Right.
So, this is nice because you know who you're playing with.
Right. It's totally different than the other parks. Did you play much at Calusa at all?
I never liked Calusa for whatever reason. I can't explain it. The wind, whatever. Although it's windy here as well.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just never really got into it. I thought it was a little too cliquey for me, but
It is cliquey, and also I think you get such a diverse group of people.
Yeah.
One time you could get into a good... I was there earlier in the season when they had tennis at the tennis center. I must have waited like 20 minutes in between games.
That's another problem, right?
Yeah.
Time is on your side when you have a prearranged group, I think.
Right. So you said you're 73.
73
And when did you start playing pickleball?
It's got to be, I'd say, 8 and 9 years ago already. I was very active in the Delray Beach community. I actually sat on the board, the Delray Beach Pickleball Club, which you know.
Right.
We had a great
I'm a
club.
member.
Yeah, we had a great club. Pickleball outgrew the club somewhat. So, times changed, but we ran tournaments. We had social events. It's the great thing about pickleball. It's such a great social activity.
Yeah. I did write an article about the Delray Beach Pickleball Club closing. Oh, they were closing, right?
Yeah, it's shut down.
Yeah, they're shut.
They just lost the need. People outgrew it. The sport's changed. It's gotten younger, and sport outgrew it essentially.
Right. It's funny. Are you familiar with the Play It Forward League?
I've heard of it. I don't know much about it, but I've heard of it.
They've been around since I think 2019. They're closing the league because there's really no need for that league anymore.
Yeah.
So anyway, so the people you're playing with, I know Leanie. Leanie's a good friend of mine. I play with her a couple days a week.
Then we've got Connie with the white hat. We've got Barb in the blue hat. And Deborah in the pink hat. So it's a nice group.
So if you watch what I described before was they were more like advanced beginners over there.
Okay.
And I would call you guys intermediates, maybe a little better than intermediates, 3.5, something like that, a little better.
Yeah, maybe there are some 4.0s. 73 years old, I'm not going to get that much better.
Right.
Maybe I could hit a couple more strategic shots, but I'm not going to be moving around the court like I used to. So.
I know. I think we've peaked, right?
Yeah. But I love it, so just keep at it.
Well, Joe, thanks so much. It's
a
great
pleasure.
to see
Always
you.
good to see you.
Sandra, I have Sandra and Brenda. Brenda's one of my students. I called her, she has the A game since she's taken clinics from me, right? And she has this beautiful paddle too. So we're here. I was just talking about Boynton Beach Tennis Center, how the vibe is different here. Hold on a little bit. because you come as a group. Whereas in the other parks, you come by yourself or maybe another person, and they have paddle rotation. So how long have you been playing here?
A few years.
A few years?
Yeah, it's just gotten really crazy busy. I'd say the last year, 2 seasons maybe.
Because I think
busy.
they were saying that they opened it up to non-residents. Is that the idea? Made it more difficult to play?
Well, the change this year was they added memberships.
Membership.
So you can buy an annual membership.
Right.
And unfortunately, those people get to book the court 7 days in advance. So if
Oh.
you haven't bought a membership, they offer just a play card, a
Okay.
punch card.
Okay.
But if you're not a member, then you can only book the courts 1 day in advance.
So they have an advantage.
So we're always scrambling for a court. You can call the morning before.
Right.
And so if we get a court, we play.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
yeah.
Are you a group that plays together all the time?
We play together on a regular basis. We have one castaway here with us. She's
A
visiting.
castaway.
She's visiting, but normally we play as a group with 1 or 2 other people. Yes.
So I guess you like it here because you can come as a group, right?
We can come as a group
and play
we
as a
can-
group.
Yes, and we can reserve the court for an hour and a half.
Right.
Yeah.
Specifically ours. Yes.
Right. I know there are complaints. I've heard complaints that people want to have the courts for 2 hours. Nobody complain like
We
that.
don't complain about that. Hour and a half is good for
Yeah,
us.
an hour and a half is good.
Hour
for us.
half's good. Well,
In fact,
thank
it's nice when you have 5, you can actually rotate one person. Sit up and
absolutely,
look up.
absolutely.
You don't have
So-
to just come with 4.
Okay, great. So that's it. Here we are at Boynton Beach Tennis Center. And I'm Bob Savar, publisher of Palm Beach County Pickleball News, a free twice a month digital newsletter. And you can find us online at palmbeachcountypickleballnews.com. We're taping live on the Victor's Edge Sports Network, the Sports Broadcasting Network, which you can find at the YouTube channel at Victor's Edge. Thank you. Thanks very much.
Our pleasure.
Okay, have a great day.
Is that a tape?
Thanks so much.
Good to see you.
It's that there are only 3 courts being used. They have basically 2 sessions in the morning from 8 o'clock to 9:30, then 9:30 to 11. And my take, if you look at the type players here, mostly you see what I would call advanced beginner players over here. And if you take a look at the other court over here, you'll see more advanced players. In fact, 2 of the players here I play with, Gully Beach Tennis Center, and then one of my community. You can see the wind on that shot. So these are a little more advanced players. The thing about Boynton Beach Tennis Center is you generally have to come as a foursome because there are no walk-ons, there's no paddle rack like you have in the other parks. So it's definitely a unique situation here. I don't think there's any other park in the area where you actually come as a group of 4. So you can see over here on this court that we're watching now that they're making some good shots. And I would call them intermediate type players. Whereas on the other court here, now if you look at the far court, never seen these players before, but you can see that into the net, that doesn't look good. But I would call them advanced beginners as well. So it's very much unlike what you would see at the Delray Tennis Center where you have advanced players or some of the other parks where you would have a mix of good players and maybe average players or advanced beginners. But again, the vibe here is totally different because they are in groups of 4. They come as a group of 4 and they stay on as a group of 4.